Hi, my name is Kathy Prime, and I just wanted to welcome you to my world. This is where I lived most of my life. I was a hairdresser for over 40 years. When I first graduated beauty school, I worked downtown in a very prestigious salon in Chicago. There was over 50 operators. It was very exciting. All the top stylists were flying in and training us. Loved that life. Then I had babies. We got married and I had babies. And so I didn't want to leave my children at home. So I started my own salon, and I'm going to show you a little bit of my salon. Loved my salon. Does this look familiar to you if you're a hairdresser? I mean, this is what we do. This is how we live. And it was a great income for so much of my life. I enjoyed the ladies. I enjoyed the relationships that we had. But there were some downsides, as you well know. If you're a hairdresser and you're watching this, then you know what I'm going to tell you about. It is no surprise to you. It might be a surprise to the person who is showing you this video, but it's no surprise to you. You and I both know that if you're a really good hairdresser, you're working over 40 hours a week, right? And when you're working with chemicals and you're busy, you don't really have time to eat, do you? You are going in the back room, mixing up the chemicals that you're going to use for that chemical service, and you're grabbing a bite off of the counter there because you really don't have time. You do not have time to really sit down and eat a salad and a healthy meal. Even though your intentions are good, you took that extra highlighting, that extra haircut, you're working right through your lunch hour. So it's very exhausting, isn't it? Fulfilling and exhausting. I just knew that the more I worked, the more income I had, and I loved having that cash in my hand. But you know, it really took a toll on my body, and I would hazard to think that if you've been in here for a little while in the industry, it's taking a toll on you too. I had allergies all my life, and then at the age of 50, I got asthma. So what do? I go to the doctor, and he puts me on inhalers, rescue inhalers. I was on rescue inhalers. I was on maintenance inhalers. I was on double nasal spray. They were talking about surgery on my nose. And I would get bronchitis 3 times a year, and it would be for 4 to 6 weeks. It was a Z-Pack, another Z-Pack, and the allergies were awful. I was allergic to everything, including dust and all the chemical services that we do. And the other thing that was always in the back of my mind with all these breathing issues that I started to get at 50 was, what is happening to me? If you're a hairdresser, you are thinking about the fact that you're working with these chemicals. And sometimes I did chemical services all day long. You're breathing toxic fumes. And you may be trying to deny that, but I know it's in the back of your mind, and it was in the back of my mind, especially when I got all these breathing problems. How many of you, I'm going to ask you, how many of you have spent New Year's Eve in bed because you had such bad colds or bronchitis? I spent many New Year's Eves because you know your clients are coming sick because they are not going to give up their hair appointment, right? So that was my life. And along came my wonderful son-in-law, who is a doctor, and said to me, "Mom, you know what? There is a better life for you. I think you need to get better nutrition." He had no idea what I was eating and what I wasn't eating. I always had a nice meal on the table for my family, but I often was just too tired to even eat it. So I started taking Juice Plus, and that was the beginning of a wonderful experience for me. I really did expect nothing. I took vitamins all my life, just in case, you take vitamins to cover, all your bases. But I switched to Juice Plus. I listened to the YouTubes that he gave me. And I tell you what, every time I went to the doctor, he would take my peak flow, and my breathing had improved. And I was really perplexed. I couldn't understand why something as simple as fruits and veggies was going to help that. And after I went back to the doctor, 2 or 3 times. This is over the course of a year. He kept lowering my Advair, and because my peak flow improved, and it had never happened before. And so I went back to my son-in-law. I said, "Why is this happening? Why is my doctor lowering my Advair? Why is my peak flow getting better? Why is my asthma and my allergies aren't bothering me nearly as much as they did before?" He said, "Because Juice Plus helps your immune system, and allergies and asthma are immune problems." He didn't ever say that it was going to cure my asthma or allergies. And if they are immune problems, you have them with you all the time, but you want to keep your immune system, at a good level. So I'd get that sore throat, right in the back of your throat, right up at the top there. And I'd think, oh, here it is. I'm going to get that 4 to 6 weeks of bronchitis. And it never happened. Never, ever happened. And I got a 5-day cold on New Year's Eve instead of 5 weeks of bronchitis. So I told everyone about Juice Plus. And they all wanted to know where to get it. And when my son-in-law then suggested that I become a Juice Plus rep, I actually thought he was crazy. I thought, I am so busy doing hair. Why would I want to add one more thing to my agenda? But you know what? They all wanted it. They loved the fact that they could get their hair done and I wasn't sick all the time. And so after I thought about it, I said yes, because I knew it was something they needed. I knew it was consumable and that they would need more. I wouldn't have to reinvent the wheel. And they were thanking me. This was just wonderful. They were thanking me. Changes happen over time. It doesn't happen instantly. But I tell you what, I have been on Juice Plus for 13 years, and I feel fabulous. That achy feet, the plantar fasciitis that I had, that started to improve. I could start walking a mile or 2 every day, got up to 3 miles a day. It's just been a whole different life for me. So I welcome you to take a look at Juice Plus, because you and I know we're really not getting 9 to 13 fruits and veggies. When he told me that, I said, there's no way I am eating that many. If I had to sit down for a salad, I wouldn't have time to eat it. So I welcome you to take a look at this. Talk to the person who invited you, and I just wish you the best of health.